turned out to be a pretty, I think, instructive positional game, which just shows you that you gotta be flexible in your mind. You gotta be able to change your ideas during the game. And you can play for an attack, but if you see that the benefits of the attack are going to be a positional rather than material or delivering checkmate, then that's what you need to go for. Okay, I'm gonna go d6. I'm gonna play a pretty classical Ruy Lopez in this one. Yeah, I had this against Nakamura. I think I go h6. That's what I did against him. I believe I had this as white against Onishuk as well, back in Biel 2008. In that game, I do think I played bishop c2 though, and he went d5 as I did against Nakamura, and what I did in that game was I played d4, and then he played d4, knight e4, and then bishop f5, which I think is kind of a known trick, which just equalizes the game and pretty much kills the excitement at the spot. Okay, so bishop e3, that's normally met by knight a5, and then c5. Here, there is a question. So if I go knight a5, bishop c2, c5, he goes h3, and then d4 next. Where is my counterplay? Because if I chop off everything on d4, I'm inevitably going to be a bit worse. On the other hand, probably not a lot worse, so who cares? If d4, I guess I'm going bishop g4. No, bishop g4, d5, what am I thinking? That's insane. It's actually a bit of a bummer. So I gotta take and then go bishop g4 to get any counterplay. Yeah, this is not ideal. And if he does go d5 here in these structures, h6 is really an unfortunate move to have made, because it's a major weakening of my king side. So I think here he's possibly quite a bit better. There is a small trick, d5, bishop f3, queen f3. I could go knight d5, exploit the pin, but he just goes gf, and I don't think he's remotely worried about that double pawn. Yeah. I mean, I hate bishop f3, but I also hate the alternatives. Just gf now. I'm probably just lost, positionally speaking. Yeah, I think I have to hope for tricks here. But tricks can always happen, so why worry? For f4, I'm going to go queen h4, I think. Just go for an ending. That ending is by no means great. It's just, what choice do I have? Go put the knight in g6. I don't want to do that, so I'll go knight b6. I also think queen f6, rook b1 was pointless. Probably the queen is not well placed on f6, as I'm just running into all sorts of attacks. King h2, yeah, we'll go g6. Again, this position would have been playable if my pawn was on h7, but with the pawn on h6, I don't think it is. And if you're wondering why I'm complaining, while being so far up in the match, and my position is not like obviously lost, it's just strategically inferior, then I will just say that Peter Sitter just busted out of the tournament. So somebody has to complain. And why not me? Okay, let's go King H8. Next, I want to go C4. Probably it's just weakening. It's allowing knight E2, then to D4, but I gotta do something at some point. But on the other hand, it's not that easy for him. F5 is tempting at any point, but he has to reckon with bishop E5. And you know, it's not enough to have a better position. You also have to win the game. Queen G4 is probably a good move, forcing a considerably better ending, possibly. But I don't think that's what he wants to do. I don't think he wants to exchange queens. But he's got to speed up. Queen F3, then we go C4. B4, nah, B4 is not good. B4, I think, is a conceptual mistake. Because anyway, what I wanted was to get this square for my pieces, but I understand why he wants to go F5, but I don't think this is very good. I mean, at the very least, I'm getting loads of counterplay here. Knight D5 might lose to Knight D6. Okay, so we go Knight E5. Which was my first intention anyway. Queen G2. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I think Narayanan has lost the thread here. Knight D6, there's Knight E3, followed by Rook to D8. Oh, there's FG. But I just go FG. That's not a major worry. Yeah. I think just Rook F8 is very good. I don't see any threats that he has here. FG, I think, just helps me. Now I have a decisive threat of Rook F2 as well as Knight F3. So I think he's just dead lost. Oh, he has Knight F5, maybe. Maybe Knight F5 could have prolonged the game there. Now I just win, I think. Oh, wait a sec. I have to be a bit careful. Rook F1, I wanted Knight G3. Oh, okay, I've got to speed up. Knight G4. I do have a fork though, so I should be winning. Okay, he lost on time. Still King H1, Knight F2. Even maybe Knight E3, Knight F7, King H7 probably wins. Okay, yeah, that was actually pretty good. Very decent match. Again, don't think he played poorly at all. I just think I made very few blunders and in general played very decently. So I'm for once pretty happy with my play. Okay, thank you guys, and see you against Geary.